Well, hello, folks. I am so excited to be interviewing our rock star guest today, Tobi Oluwafemi. I'm honored to have Tobi here. Tobi is a real estate professional. In the last 12 months, he crushed real estate. 46 transactions, 38 sales, 8 rentals. This guy is a rock star and he's just getting started. Tobi, say hello to everybody.
Looking forward to chatting with you guys. I've seen Tom a lot. I've not had time to speak with him as long, but anytime he speaks nuggets, so I'm excited talking to you.
I'm excited myself. Tobi's coming to us from Houston, Texas. He is a father of 2, happily married. His last child was just back in October, so this guy doesn't get much sleep, man. I'm pretty sure of that, but he still gets the job. Tell the world who Tobi is.
My previous broker was based in Houston, but I was living in Dallas since 2014. Married with 2 kids, had a baby, second child in October of last year. So we have a boy and a girl. That's my world right now. Consider myself easygoing, and right now we're very busy with the kids in the house. Right. So when I'm not home, I'm outside bustling and talking to clients, doing real estate. So last year was amazing, and I'm looking forward to building on this year. And in my spare time, I like to run. When I'm running, I'm meditating, thinking about a lot of ideas, and it's just my way of connecting with nature. So I like running outside there, not on the treadmill. And sometimes I run with people too, and that's fun.
You're not just a runner, Tobi. You've run your 14th half marathon, right?
Yes.
That is incredible. Talk about stamina and discipline, right? And I bet you can bring that right back into your real estate business.
Yes, and I wasn't very athletic in high school or even college. Around 2014, I decided to renegotiate my attitude towards food and health and workout. I changed my diet and I joined a running club. And since then, I've just kept the habits as much as I can, especially when it comes to running. Food, not as much. So I'm working on that this year. It's one of my goals. Entrepreneurship was a huge driver. Growing up, my parents were not really into business, so I didn't know a lot of people into business. Working 9 to 5 was seen as the safe thing to do. And sure. I liked accounting, and that's just where I found my calling at the time. As you start getting older and you start learning, the good thing about accounting, because I was an auditor and I audited many businesses, right? And you look at payroll and you see people doing a little bit of work and making a lot of money. But when I did payroll testing, it's supposed to severance, it's supposed to layoff. I started realizing that what I thought was safe was actually not safe. The safest thing in life was to bet on myself, not on any company or anything like that. So I started thinking about it 6-7 years into it. Okay, I had to figure out a way to do my own business. But I came to America in 2006, and shortly after that, I was living in Sacramento, California. There was a crash, and every street I walked in Sacramento at that time, I'll see the foreclosure sign. So like when people say there's a crash now, I just laugh at them, because what I saw that time, I was like, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
This is not a crash compared to 06, 07.
This is not a crash. This is an adjustment. There's no crash going on. Do you know, people are losing thousands of jobs every day. People are walking out of their house. Crazy, those short sale everywhere. So anyways, around that time, shortly after that time, I got a house and, just 2 years after college, and I started seeing the power of real estate with leverage. So I actually got into real estate first as an investor. Then I got my license as a way to save some costs and increase my margin as an investor. Then COVID happened and there were less motivated sellers in the marketplace. The interest rate was super low. So I was a secret agent though for the first year because I was an accountant. We're conservative, We're supposed to mind our business. We're not supposed to be doing anything on the side. So I didn't advertise and nobody knew me. So my first 2 years, I got 0 deals.
Right.
But when I started putting myself out there, I started calling. I didn't really put myself out there like that. I was just calling my close friends. Now, sometimes it's not a very straightforward argument to make that renting is more expensive than buying. But when it was 2%, almost every time, its numbers were clear that it doesn't make sense renting. With 2%, you're getting this, just buy, right? So that time, very easy. People were just buying right, left, and center. And that's when I got into real estate. And I think around 2021, I made almost what I made after working 11 years as an accountant. And I was a manager. I was like, what's
going on here? Hey, I should have done this earlier.
But it was also more impactful. A couple of my friends just got married, having kids, and they really looked forward to me to advise them. And a couple of years later, they have all this equity in the house. So I just felt more personally satisfied and rewarded. And I just felt what I was doing was more impactful. I think with business, you're impacting businesses but you don't really see it. It's really, you just talk about it from a financial standpoint. But this one, you see the lives you impact and you build those strong connections. And that's what I love about real estate.
Isn't that so cool, man? You'll be able to impact people's lives, help them get their first home, help them start creating generational wealth through real estate. That's an incredible feeling,
when they
right?
think about that, they think about you. So like, that's so cool.
46 deals, assuming you take 3-4 weeks of vacation, that's a closing a week. What tips do you give for the real estate agent who's been banging their head against the wall, trying to figure it out? They've been at it for 3, 4, 5 years and they're not doing 40 to 50 deals a year, Tobi?
Oh, it's a tough balance. I would definitely not say I figured it out. I would say that you gotta genuinely care about people. You have to, right? And if you don't genuinely care about people, you have to figure out what makes you care about people, and you have to connect to that because people can see through. And if you really genuinely care about people and you talk to them, you connect. And when you genuinely care about people, you listen better. So when you listen better, you close faster because you're just not going there to get a deal done. And people don't like being pressured. So when you genuinely care about people, you actually don't pressure them. You just listen to them. And it actually turns out that the more you listen to people, the more people want to work with you. So to me, it seems very straightforward, but sometimes I think people just don't get it. I'm like, just care about people. How hard is that? Also, you have to have your systems and great habits. Every morning I drop my son at his daycare. I come to work. I stay away from the house because people in the house sometimes they don't understand that if I'm working at home, I'm working.
You get distracted. There's a refrigerator. There's the TV. There's something else.
I'm like, I'm working, so I have to get out of the house.
Right.
And I make my calls. I try to have like at least 10 connections every day, either by texting or calling. I'm trying to be consistent on social media and follow up. I think a lot of agents make that first connection and maybe not a lot is coming out of them and they don't follow up. And that's what I'm saying. You actually have to care about people because if you don't care about people, it might be hard to follow up. Like a lot of things that you do, or just figure out what you care about, right? Or be passionate about your goal. And that definitely helps. So I also have some great mentees that help me with showings when I'm out of the country because, I did go on vacation last year. I did go to Nigeria. I did go on a cruise. Yeah, but I know I did go to places.
You took time for yourself. You took time for the family. Your business didn't stop, right?
Exactly. Yes. But you can leverage people. There's so much resources out there. This is 2026. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing I'm trying to do that nobody has done. Are you willing to talk to people that have done it before? Are you willing to ask for help, right? So I get help with people that need experience with real estate. I give them opportunities to do open houses, help showings, come with me in my car. And people that are doing better than me, I set up lunch with them. What are you doing? Help me. Get on Zoom, things like that. But also, system and consistency and caring about people are big for me.
You mentioned leverage, systems, tools, CRMs, and all of that. Prior to coming to EXP, you were with a very good boutique agency. Why did you make the move and how has it been so far?
Yes, coming from public accounting, I always thought about my career and where I wanted to be. I first started as a junior auditor, then senior, then manager, then go to become partner and all that. So I had that same mindset with real estate. I'm like, where exactly am I going with my real estate career? And the more I thought about it, the more I felt like I need to be in an environment that I had unlimited opportunities, right? I like that EXP was in multiple countries and I could leverage that because we're in the corporate world or you're in a multinational company. Let's say your company could be in multiple countries. So I just said, you know what? It'll be good. Like real estate is everywhere. I met Daniel. I was actually shopping around for 3 months. I talked to different brokers.
Daniel Eng, for those who are listening in from Dallas, Texas.
Daniel Eng. Yeah, Daniel Eng was awesome in explaining the model. I tried to talk to different agents in EXP. So I was looking for somebody in the EXP that had some commercial experience because I wanted to start learning more about that because my first time, second time, third time home buyers, they were getting to a stage in life that they wanted to invest in business. And I was like, well, I have a CPA background. I probably can understand these numbers and be of value to them. Daniel and I've done a couple of commercial transactions since I joined Daniel, and I'm still learning. That's part of why I wanted someone that really understood the EXP system and could explain it well to me. And I think Daniel did the best job. And since then, I've talked to EXP people in South Africa. I've talked to people in Canada.
Yeah,
I've done deals all over the states, easy, because we're really like one company.
that's right.
So it's just the power of leverage and collaboration. I'm going to South Africa, the EXPCon next. There's also opportunities. The marketing is growing rapidly. Look at South Africa, look at Kenya, look at Nigeria, and I'm very curious to learn more about the market, but more importantly, meet people in that space and just start to build something.
What can't you live without in terms of the EXP platform?
I really love the Slack, right?
Yeah.
I really like that. I think
Yeah,
it's
our communications
underutilized.
tool.
Yes, I have
Yeah,
met
our
some people
communications
from
tool.
there.
Yeah.
Yes, and even when I've referred deals out, everybody has done amazing. I really like that, and other companies have that, but it's just not as global. It's not as
It's
global.
not global and it's not easy to use.
Yes.
And the
It's not as
systems are all set
global,
up
it's
in
not as
place.
fast. I had a deal in Canada. I just texted in a second. I'm talking to an agent in Canada. And the good thing is I talk about plates. Yes, I wanted to do. So you've already love. You're just talking about getting to know them, and you can research their resume, research their social media. So I really love that. And just the ability to meet people and get things done for clients and be confident that the person you're working with is going to do a great job.
What are your daily, weekly, monthly habits that you have on your calendar? Because I know you're time blocked, right? You showed up on this appointment on time. I did not have to remind you, and you were there.
Yes, I think you have to start by protecting your mind, right? In the morning, I wake up, I say a little prayer, I go to the gym. But something I like about my gym experience, I'm reading books, I'm reading audiobooks, I'm listening to books because I don't really have time to sit down and read. And that's my self time. I really would guide that. And after I'm done with that, I try to get back home. Yeah, when I get to the office, I catch up with my team. I have virtual assistants and I have a couple of mentees that are more actively involved in my team. Talk about goals, operations, stuff like that. And just production sometimes, how many calls we got to make. And we just get to work. Then their goals, and I have a coach that I catch up with bi-weekly that keeps me accountable. Not just about real estate goal, but how is finances? Am I tracking my numbers in terms of my expenses? Things like that. That's pretty much my everydays. And I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do more strength workouts. Tuesday and Thursday, I try to run. And on Saturday, I do the long distance run. I run with the McKinney Running Club. Sometimes I run with a friend. Sometimes people see me running, they're like, "I'll run to join you." So I'm like, "Okay, come with me." And sometimes we wait and we stop and all that. For me, running is fun. Even if you're slow, I don't mind teaching you and hanging in there with you as long as you can show up at 6 o'clock. Because by 8 o'clock, I'm ready to go. So, stashing houses and so yeah, 6 o'clock. If you can make it at 6 o'clock, I can't help you. But if you can make it at 6 o'clock, even if you walk, I'll walk with you.
That is such discipline, Tobi. I love that. So, Tobi, how do people get in touch with you?
I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on TikTok. I am most active on Instagram. Many of all those other places, it's more of what is on Instagram. I've started doing a bit more on TikTok, figure out stuff out there. I'm still learning social media. But yeah, I'm most active on Instagram. You can follow me on any social media platform. Just protect your mind. Everything in life comes from your mind. So make sure you have great people around you like Tom, like Daniel, people like with so much positivity about the future and with good habits. And that just rubs on you. And be consistent. We all have, doesn't mean I don't have bad days, but I just show up. I know that when I get to the office, something happens. Sometimes I don't want to wake up in the morning to go to the gym. Just be honest with yourself. We're all humans, and set up yourself for success that you have a good chance of achieving what you promised yourself to do.
Well, that's it, folks. Thank you, Tobi, for this beautiful interview, man. I am wishing you the best. I know you're going to grow your team. I know you're going to serve your clients at the highest level possible, and I thank you for that.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Great talking to you, Tom.